Hello, folks, and welcome to the Joe Morley Sports Show. I am Joe Morley, and today we're going to do the team preview for the Los Angeles Chargers. I still don't call them Los Angeles. I still have a hard time calling them Los Angeles, so if I do mess up through this, I apologize. But what am I going to do? Upset maybe 10 people in the world? I heard that Charger fans don't exist. I heard they only exist on Twitter. I could be wrong, so if you're a Charger fan, let me know. Down below. So I'm probably not expecting a lot of views on this video, right? Here's your head coach, Anthony Lynn. I think he's a good head coach. I do. But for some reason, I think he's a good leader. He's a good teacher. It's just not translating to wins for some reason, and I don't understand that, and I don't get that. Here's his head coaching record, 26-23. He moved his way up with the coaching ranks with the Jags, Cowboys, Jets, Bills, Browns, Broncos. Look at the coaches that he worked for. I like to throw that in there so you guys know the coaching tree that some of these guys come from. Jack Del Rio, Mike Shanahan. I put the dad because people get it confused with Kyle Shanahan and Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan is Kyle Shanahan's dad, the old Bronco coach. Rex Ryan, Bill Parcells, and Romeo Crennel. So he comes from a good tree, and that's probably where he gets his leadership from, and you know, his work ethic. And he's a great coach, and I think the Chargers made a great hire, and they just need to ride it out, and they need to give him his time and let him do it, because as you'll see as I move on, what he's working with. So last year, the Chargers won 5 games, but look at their team rankings right here. They're top 10 offense, a top 10 defense, and you win 5 games. But you ask yourself why. Melvin Gordon held out. That hurt the team, right? So he wasn't there for a couple games. They had injuries on defense. The offensive line was no good. They had Phillip Rivers as their quarterback, which a lot of Charger fans would say that was the main issue, was Phillip Rivers, even though they loved him for years, right? So I don't know. I would say going 0-6 versus the AFC West. You know, the offense giving the ball away. I think they were 22nd in the league in giving in turnovers that their offense gave away. The defense was last in the league. I mean, they had a number 6 defense, but they were last in the league in creating turnovers and getting the turnovers. If you're not creating turnovers, that's not going to help, right? You're not helping. I mean, it doesn't matter how many yards I put up, but if you're not taking the ball away from me and I still get my field goal and my touchdown, it doesn't matter. So that helped, and both teams really sucked in the red zone. So when an opposing team got down in the red zone, they would score. And when the Chargers got to the red zone, it probably has to do with the rushing game, and that's where you see a lot of teams that don't have a good rushing game. That's where you see a lot of them struggle, is in the red zone, because they can't hand the ball off. So a lot of the defenses are easy because now you're not covering as much as you have to. You're not scared of that run game like you should be. So we'll move on to right here. Here's your quarterback, Tyrod Taylor. This is supposed to be the starter. It could be Justin Herbert, the first rounder this year. But from all indications coming out of Chargers, it's supposed to be Tyrod Taylor's show to begin with. He's 23-21-1 as a starter. As I put all this is his career stats, because he didn't play. I think he came in for like maybe 6 passes last year when Phillip Rivers was a starter. So I had to put his career stats because he didn't, like you said, he didn't play last year. He's played for the Ravens, but he never started there. He started for the Bills, had a couple good seasons there, went to the Browns, and now the Chargers. He's completes 61% of his passes. I mean, there's not much more you could ask for that. I mean, that's around the league average. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. He's a very mobile quarterback. So that's the good thing. I mean, if Charger fans are used to Phillip Rivers, and I always say that Phillip Rivers is like a stiff quarterback, and he does that like that sidearm throw. So if you're used to like a stiff quarterback, this is not the guy. He's going to move out of the pocket, and it's probably good because Like I said, with that offensive line problems last year, he will be able to at least give a little bit more time of just moving it around on his feet. Here's the superstars on the Chargers. Of course, everybody knows Joey Boza. He had 11 sacks last year, 11 and a half, 31 quarterback hits. I mean, this guy flies around the ball, so he's always going to be there. Keenan Allen, he bounced back last year after some injuries. He had a 1,100 and what do you have? 1,199, so almost 1,200 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns. I like Melvin Ingram and Joey Boza and Melvin Ingram on both ends of the defensive line. It just makes it hard for opposing offensive linemen because now you have 2 guys to worry about. You can't really double team guys because of how good they are. And Melvin Ingram has 7 sacks last year. And then Derwin James, he only played 5 games last year, but I think he's like the guy. Like if they can get this guy going, they could blitz him. They could do whatever they want with this guy. This guy is a game changer, and if he could stay on the field, I think the Chargers defense will be absolutely amazing. This is their draft picks from this year. Justin Herbert, we already talked about. I think he will eventually be a good quarterback in this league. I'm not going to say he's going to be an elite quarterback, but I think he will be good enough to carry the Chargers for a while because I think the Chargers have a great defense, and I think that's where they're going to start, and that's their defense will be able to carry Herbert through some of the rust patches. I'm not going to say – I would say he would be middle of the pack quarterback, not elite, not like top 5, but maybe top 15 quarterback in the league. And I mean, that's pretty good, right? Kenneth Murray, wow, to pick him at 23, what a great pick. To have him fall to the Chargers and help a defense get even better, I mean, that's good. A lot of people are high on Joshua Kelly. I don't think he's going to make that big of an impact this year. He might end up, but it's a good pick to have to have an LA guy stay in LA. KJ Hill, I think, is an underrated pick, to especially get him in the 7th round pick to help that wide receiver core. So overall, pretty good draft, right? Here's your offensive depth chart right here. Tyrod Taylor, like I said. Eckler is now your full-time starter. He finished last year with 557 yards rushing, but he was more of a receiver out of the backfield because he had 993 yards receiving out of the backfield and 11 touchdowns. So that's now your starter. And you got to hope, and you think Justin Jackson, but he didn't really do much last year with only 200 yards rushing. So Austin Eckler is going to be the man. And can he stay healthy the whole year? Can he be that guy? Can he take these big hits? Can he get the first downs when they need him? And this is going to be the big question. Yeah, he broke out last year. Now he needs to continue it, right? That's what Charger fans are hoping for. Continue what you did last year, and let's see if you could do it. And now you have the mobile quarterback in Tyrod Taylor that hopefully you guys can create more plays. We'll see what happens. Keenan Allen, of course, I already talked about him and how good he is. So he's still your number 1 wide receiver. Mike Williams broke out last year. He's the Chargers had a 7th overall pick for him. So of course they were waiting for him. They were waiting for the talent to show up. So he finally showed up last year. He had over 1,000 yards. He only had 2 touchdowns, but he was there. Hunter Henry only played 12 games. Hunter Henry, could be one of the best tight ends in the game, right? If you think about it, he's probably one of the best tight ends in the game. Maybe I make an argument top 10, right? Maybe top 10. I'm pushing it for top 5, but I would say top 10 at least when he's 100% healthy and on the field. But that's the problem, is he can't stay on the field. And Hunter Henry, I don't know what it is, but when he was on the field last year, he had 652 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. So when he's on the field, that's one of the best tight ends in the game. And San Diego, I told you guys, Los Angeles, you guys have been basically spoiled with tight end play the last 10 years with Antonio Gates and now Hunter Henry. So hopefully he continues. Hopefully he can stay healthy, and you guys can get this offense going. If Tyrod Taylor is the guy, offensive line. This is what I hear a lot from some of the Charger fans, is that you guys have improved it. Yes, I think it is an improvement. Do I think it's a great offensive line? No, it's not a top 10 offensive line. But it's good enough. It's probably the best you guys had in a while. And so, I mean, getting Trey Turner, you're moving him to guard and playing the guard. Pouncey's back. Hopefully he could stay there. Brian Burlaga, he's a good one. What's up with Forrest Lamp? Is he ever going to become what we thought he was going to be? So let's see what happens there. The other two are good. It's a solid offensive line. It's not like, I'm not saying it's a great offensive line. It's good enough. So hopefully it won't be the problem and the main problem going into this year. Defense. This is the team that I'm really high on defense. I mean, like you said, like I already said, they were number 6 already last year, 6 in the league, and I think they got better. I think they're getting better. I mean, Derwin James and Adderley didn't even play really last year, right? Derwin James played 5 games. Adderley played a little bit, got hurt, was on the IR. So those guys are coming back to play. Rashawn Jenkins might even win the starting job over Adderley because last year he was probably one of the best players, right? He had 3 interceptions, 54 tackles. I'm not sold on the Chris Harris. I mean, a lot of people were high on Chris Harris in the offseason. I don't know if he's a big upgrade over Desmond King or maybe not, but I mean, I looked it up. He gave last year. Harris gave up 49 catches for 739 yards. So they completed 67% of passes against Chris Harris, which is, it just shows that I don't know. And that was in a Vic Fangio defense. He played for Vic Fangio, one of the best defensive coordinators last year. So to say that he wasn't at the top of his game is kind of bad. So maybe coming down and more relaxed system. And knowing that he has better players around him, it's going to help him out this year. But we'll see if that's how big of a difference that is. Casey Hayward's probably one of the best cornerbacks in the league, so it's going to help out. But that means that Harris will be tested. That means they're going to find out real soon how if he's old or if it was just a bad year last year. We already talked about Joey Boza. Kenneth Murray's right there in the middle. So on paper, it's a pretty good team, right? If you look at it, I mean, a pretty good defense. Should be a top defense, and this is why I am more leaning towards giving the Chargers more of the benefit of the doubt in some of the win category and making them a better team. It's because of defense. I believe in this defense. As long as they stay 100%, I think they could move up and do some stuff with the defense. Their schedule. It's not looking, it's pretty tough, right? If you look at it, and they get to start off with the Bengals, so I would say they start off 1-0. They're going to go to the Chiefs. Like I said, they went 0-6 versus the AFC West last year, right? So they're going to have to improve that, at least show some stuff. But I would say, look, at least 2-2 right there to start off. And then they got the Saints. We'll see how the Jets play this year. We'll see how the Dolphins play. The Jags, that's another win for them. Raiders, we already talked about how they are against the AFC West. Buffalo, Falcons. So, I mean, really, I think I'm being generous. I'm going to tell you this right now, Charger fans. I think I'm being generous. And I know when I first posted this, my rankings, I got Charger fans going off on me on the record, and I'm being generous with you guys. I'm being very generous with the 7-9 record, considering that you guys only won 5 games last year. It's and then you still want to go off on me and say they're one of the best teams. You lost Phillip Rivers, you lost the running back in Gordon, you lost your best offensive lineman Schofield. Adrian Phillips is gone. Derek Watts is gone. Jalen Watson is gone. You lost like 3 or 4 good special team players. So your special teams is not going to be there. And you're going to sit here and tell me that Tyrod Taylor is going to lead you to a championship. That's not going to happen. And I believe that 7-9, I believe if I ever do rework my rankings, that I probably won't put them at 7-9 anymore. Just because I don't know, I like the defense, and that's what sold me on the Chargers team is this defense. This defense right here is one of the best and that's what gets me is I think that they could shut down some of the offenses, and that's what's going to help them out. So that's why I even put a high of 12-4 because I mean, what if this defense is amazing and they shut people down over and over and they all stay 100%, and I can see that, but I can see them going 4-12. So that's why I'm not. That's why the Chargers are like right here, and that's why I think I picked the 7-9 just to put them in the middle, because you can see them going boop, and you can see them going up. I don't see him being the best team in the league, just because I'm not sold on the quarterback play. I'm not sold on Hunter Henry staying healthy. I'm not sold on the offensive line, but I'm sold on the defense. I'm sold on the defense, and that's what I think carries them and gives them an extra couple wins here and there. So you're welcome, Charger fans. You're welcome. I'm being generous today and giving you the 7-9. You can hit me up below if you want. I don't care. Here's your salary cap status. Still got to sign some of the draft picks that you guys did this year. Next year is good. You guys are going to be in. Chargers are going to have good salary cap because of the young quarterback that they just drafted. So now this is the time to, you can sign your veteran players. You can go out and get a free agent here and there. But next year, they're going to have to deal with Melvin Ingram's contract, Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, Pouncey, Perryman, and Tyrod Taylor, if they want to keep Tyrod Taylor. Those are the big free agents that they're going to have to sign with the shouldn't be a problem with all the money that they're going to have. I mean, I would estimate at least adding another 2 or 3, maybe even take it over the 100 million mark because of the increase next year. So they're sitting pretty. Like I said, if that defense can stay at the top of their game and stay in the top 5 or top 10 next year, they add more weapons, they could be a good team. So that's where I see them going. I'm being generous with the 7-9. Like I said, I feel it just because of that defense. I like that defense, and I think that defense can create turnovers. And I think that was their issue last year, was not creating turnovers with Derwin James and Adderley there. And now bringing in Kenneth Murray, I think that defense can get it, and I think that defense can get you 2 or 3 more wins than what you should be predicted. That's just me. If you're a Charger fan and I missed something or I said something that you didn't like, put it down below. Let me know. Maybe if you agree with me, put it down below in the comment sections, but that's what we're here for. We're here to discuss, and I like when we discuss sports. Maybe you see something in your team or that I missed. That's good. Let me know. If you guys want to hit me up on joemorleysports.com, you can do that, or you can go to my Instagram page. I post daily. You can check out all that stuff. But Chargers 7-9. That's my 2020 team preview on the Los Angeles Chargers. All right, guys. Have a great day.